morning, people. I hope you all are having a good day. Sorry if it's kind of loud in here. I'm unloaded at this Dollar General distribution center here in Bethel, PA. I was expecting it to be much worse of a process than it's seeming to be. And that was coming from the people that loaded me. They said that this place is a hassle. But so far it's a good experience for me. I mean, I just backed in. They make you unhook your truck, unhook your trailer, and you know, all that good stuff, but it's all good. Got my Huddle House coffee. Not very good. My favorite coffee is that bean to cup at Pilot, but it's pretty good stuff. But this video, I wanted to do a video. You know, you hear a lot about, you know, what lanes to run, what like some people use the phrases like running a triangle pattern, and like if you see that picture in the the thumbnail to this video, that's exactly how I ran this past week. I'm not quite finished. I have delivering this load, and then I pick up 30 minutes away going to Indiana, and then I pick up just east of there in Ohio going to Michigan. So that's how I'm ending my week. I didn't have to do it like that. I could have just deadheaded home from Indiana, but the load was paying good enough to go into Michigan, so to run east a little bit. So it just made sense for me. My truck is gonna be down. I don't know how long. Probably at least a couple days, starting Monday. After I deliver this last load to Michigan, I'm gonna park her at the dealer I bought it from and have them, you know, take a look at it. There's a couple things that need to be repaired. You know, I don't know. I'm hoping it's nothing like a head gasket, which with these, I don't know how to explain it, but apparently it's very unlikely that if you're blowing white smoke, it's from a head gasket in this Max Force engine, because the way the head gasket delivers or flow, like the liquids flow through it. I don't know, but it's, you know, it's typically like unburned fuel or coolant somehow getting into the engine, or but I'm not losing coolant any at all. So like not even burning coolant. You know, if it was like sometimes you won't have any leaks, but you're burning coolant, it's getting through the engine somehow, and that's not happening because I'm not losing any coolant. So I'm assuming that it's either one of two: filtered, cleaned, or something within the DPF system, either timing or some kind of valve sticks open, or unburned fuel is like going through maybe like a cracked injector head or tip. I don't know, but hopefully they will figure that out. It just scares me having the truck down, man, but it's necessary. Otherwise you'll be down for much longer if you're on the road, you know, and you break down and you pay thousands of dollars to be towed and all that good shit. So hopefully they, you know, take care of it. But that's the reason. I mean, prior week I ran harder anyways. This week I've only been gone. I'll be gone from Monday to Sunday night, Monday morning, so a week, and I grossed $7,000, actually $7,100, and I ran exactly how that thumbnail looks, and you can do it. I have one truck, so I take home like $5,500 from that. My expenses are kind of high, but you know, you can do it. You can run a week, be home with your family for a few days or a couple days, and your business can make, you know, grow 7,000, and you can take home, you know, 50, whatever your take home would be. I mean, maybe your take home is better than mine, but I've been averaging, you know, well, gross. I've been averaging 5 to 7,000 weekly, so my business is doing really well. I've had a lot of downtime, but the past few weeks I've been able to really get it, and it's been pretty profitable. But like, you know, such is the business. Just as I start getting profitable, I have to have the truck. I need to park the truck in the shop for a few days. So, and who knows how much that's gonna cost. And not only does it, like I think I've said in a previous video, not only does it cost money to get the repairs and pay for the parts and labor and all that good stuff, but the biggest expense is of the whole deal is having your truck in the shop and not on the road working, because your operating expenses, your insurances, your truck payments, your fuel, you know, your credit cards, whatever you have keeps coming, you know. Um, so to have, when the truck is down, then you're out of revenue for a couple weeks probably, because then you got to get back in the groove, you know. And so it's just always scary. It's nice to be able to get into a groove and keep her moving weekly, but I could do that versus parking her in the shop, but I just can't stand seeing that white smoke. That bothers the hell out of me. Um, it's not constant, you know, and I'll use that DPF cleaner stuff, and it definitely helps with everything, the power, the boost, and that's another thing. It could be the turbo, but I see no leaks in the turbo. I don't know if a valve is getting stuck open and fuel is just like unburned going through it. I don't know, man, but it gets better, you know. It's not like constant, but it will happen for a few miles, and sometimes when I'm loaded going up a hill, it'll just blow out everybody behind me, you know. And it's really frustrating. But it doesn't, you know, I'm still able to be really profitable, but question is, you know, that's not gonna go away. I gotta get it looked at and gotta get it fixed. My goal is to get some money in the bank, where a little cushion where I could sustain a repair. So being down and all, which I can right now, but it just sucks, man. It eats into your profit. So, but so this video is just supposed to be a quick video on the thumbnail, basically how to grow $7,000 in a week with a trucking business with one truck, and you as a driver, and you can do it. It's actually pretty easy. You can even do more. I know guys that make 11 grand a week. You know, they run probably a little bit harder than me, or their expenses are lower than me. But yeah, I know guys who do much less too. You know, 3 to 4 grand a week. So trucking can be a very profitable business, but it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of patience. You really build up a tolerance to bullshit that happens out here. Um, you know, but it's a good business. It's a good industry. There's lots of regulations that get very frustrating at times with the DOT and everything and the hours of service. But if you just take it as it goes and learn to be profitable with everything that changes, and you know, just it's a good business to have. It can be tough, you know, because sometimes you're away from your family for a week or two or three, you know. So, but as long as your family's on the same page, your wife, your kids, you know, they understand what dad's doing for their future, you know, and as long as your truck can stay on the road, you know, you can really grow. But you can do it. So you hear a lot of guys talking about the triangle pattern, and you can run any damn pattern you want. You can run a circle, you can run a square, you don't even got to label it a pattern. Just run wherever you want, run the spot market. Obviously, there's ebb and flows to the market. Like anything, it's cyclical. You know, there's good times and bad times. Freight pays good in some places, and freight sucks coming out of places and going to places. You know, you just got to learn the boards, learn the lanes, learn what, you know, freight rates change all the time. There's seasons, there's stuff that happens that affects it, you know, the international trade and e-commerce and all that good stuff. You know, the government shutdown, everything can affect everything, you know, in this industry. So fuel prices, just all that good stuff. But you just kind of learn. There are, like, I don't know, it feels like once you get into a groove, you know what and when a lane pays, basically. Like, you know, like in that triangle, I knew going into Florida could pay pretty decent, but I knew coming out was gonna suck. Now, I was hoping to get something as northern Florida as possible and still get paid really well, and I did. Like, I could have ran to Lakeland, Florida, which is, you know, way down in there, like mid-central. I think it's central west or whatever. But anyways, you know, you can run to guys are running to Orlando for the same rate that I got to run to Jacksonville, Florida, which is the very northern tip, you know, right on the other side of Georgia. So I knew, getting the rate that I negotiated with the broker, that I would be able to deadhead to like Savannah to get a better paying load. And that's what I did. And so I went from, you know, Ohio. I started my week from Ohio, ran down to Florida, went to Georgia, went to Virginia, went to PA, back to Indiana area, and then Ohio and up. So I kind of went a little out of the triangle pattern, but still, in the bigger picture, you can kind of see, you know, the triangle and how I made what I made, you know, 7,000 gross. So it can be done, and I hope that this video made sense. Still kind of early, and I don't have really strong coffee, but it's good coffee, and I had really good pancakes at Huddle House with strawberry topped on it and whipped cream. It was too much for me. I couldn't even eat the whole, there's 2 of them, and they were like bigger than my plate. Could barely get syrup on them, so. But they were good, but it was a waste of money because I didn't eat barely any of it. Well, I better get going because I feel like they're pretty much done with me. So I hope you guys have a really good day, really good weekend, a really great start to the 2019, and go get that cheddar. Start your business or grow your business and excel. It's a new year. Done? Good to go, bud. Dang, man, that was fast.
Yeah.
Thank you.